What's up, y'all? It's your man Derek Andre, and you're watching Who is Derek Andre TV. And let's totally discuss makeup. This is Totally Disgusted with your host, Derek Andre. All right, guys, welcome to Totally Disgusted on Who is Derek Andre TV. And today's topic is makeup. Makeup. Do you prefer it or do you not prefer it? That's right. I grew up in a very matriarchal family. I was surrounded by women. I have aunts. I had the one uncle on my on my mother's side. He was born disabled, so I was mainly around my aunts and my grandmother. And I got a lot of aunts had a lot of aunts on my father's side. Biologically, I have all sisters. I currently live in the house with my wife and my two daughters. So I've been surrounded by estrogen, the female energy, all of my life. And interesting enough, with all of those women around me and in my life, none of them were really into makeup. They just weren't. They just never really wore makeup. They all had beautiful skin, or have beautiful skin, those that are still with us. They all have beautiful skin. And so at best, the most that I would ever really see the women around me use is nail polish. Now, I'm not one of those guys who's like, you don't need to be wearing all that makeup and that. It's a preference. It's a preference. But I just didn't grow up around women who wore a lot of makeup. Once I got older and I started dating, I didn't date women who wore a lot of makeup. So I got this weird relationship with it. And I understand that in certain instances, yes, makeup is a necessary tool. If you have like a major event that you are attending, I get it. I get the makeup. If you are an entertainer, an actress, actor, I understand the makeup. But if you're just out and you're doing everyday life, I don't really get it. I like how God made people. Okay, so I like natural women. I like natural hair. I like natural skin. I like natural lashes. I like natural nails. I like natural women. I didn't grow up around women who wore like wigs and all of this other stuff. They didn't wear extensions and all of this long. So for me, I don't fully grasp the concept of covering up what God gave you. And again, I'm not saying that, I'm not chastising or making fun of anybody who wears makeup, any of the women. No, that is definitely not my stance. My wife will occasionally put on makeup, and that's fine. But on her day-to-day excursions, it's just her. And I love her for who she is. You used to always hear dudes talk about going to the club and meeting people, young ladies that were all made up. And then the next time you see them, they ain't got on that makeup and they don't look the same. That could be slightly misleading. You know what I'm saying? A dude is going to be a dude. We look like what we look like. This face that you see right here, this face is going to be this face until they shoveling dirt on it. So if you don't like this face, I'm sorry that this is all you get. This is it. I'll shave, clean up my beard, trim up my mustache from time to time. Sometimes I'll go a long time and I won't do anything to that. And so, dudes, when you see a dude, whatever a dude looks like when you see him is what he looks like. There was a story some years ago, and it was sad and hilarious both at the same time. So there was a man, I believe he was either Chinese or Japanese. He was Asian. I'll just say Asian because I know I believe he was Chinese though. But he had married this woman. Now this goes a little bit beyond the makeup. He had married this woman. They had dated and fell in love and they were, got married and they're living their life and they decided to procreate. And when the babies got here, in his words, the babies was ugly. Now that was his words. Them ain't my words. I'm not the one who's saying this. These are his words. He said his kids were ugly. They did not look like what he anticipated they would look like based upon what he looked like and based upon what she looked like. Well, come to find out that she went a few steps beyond the makeup and had plastic surgery. And she did not disclose that information to him. And he was pretty ticked off because he was under the impression that this is who you are, this is what you look like. So we get together, we're gonna start a family, and the family is going to be beautiful because you're beautiful, and I think I'm halfway decent looking. So we're gonna have these beautiful kids. And they did not have beautiful kids. And he sued her. He divorced her and he sued her because I forgot what the grounds were that he sued her on. But it was like what is it when you mislead a person? There's a term for that. False advertisement. I ain't gonna say it was false advertisement, but basically that was the gist. You told me that this is who you were, this is what you look like. I believed you. We got married. We had these kids. The kids is ugly. And now I'm mad. What's up, JT? Yes, man. I wholeheartedly go for women who do not wear makeup. Not every day. If you need to wear it occasionally, okay. You know, if you need to wear it occasionally, because some women, they struggle, kind of like the thumbnail image that I have up here. Some women do struggle with acne, and I can understand that at some point you may not want, like if you're going someplace where you're going to be taking pictures, you may not want the acne to, okay, so I can understand that. But I, as a man, will love you for who you are. But there's a lot of men out there, honestly, that won't. There's a lot of men out there that would rather you wear makeup and rather you not, just be your natural self. And I have to ask, what does that say about the guy that would prefer that you don't? Then who is he really into? If I see you and you look like you look just when you wake up in the morning, I can say, okay, you know what? This is what she looks like. This is who she is. There's no speculation. There's no second guessing. I'm looking at your face and I see you and I like what I see. I don't know that I would like what I see if your face is completely made up. You know what I mean? There's videos out on social media. There's a video that this lady, and people was like, oh, it's a filter. Oh, it's a filter. This lady, and I got it on one of my either Instagram or my TikTok. I wish I had thought about it before I started the show because I would pull it up. But this lady, she had no teeth. She had really bad skin. She looked really, really old. And she started putting on that makeup. And she slapped them teeth in her mouth. And she looked like a totally different person. That was diabolical. I wish I could find, while we sitting here talking, I'm going to see if I can find this video. That, my friends, was diabolical. I could not believe how much this woman did not look like who she was claiming to be. She had, like, when I say no teeth, I ain't talking about she was just like missing one or two. This woman had no teeth. None. Only thing that she had that was working in her favor was her hair. Now, people, when I shared the video, people were like, oh, that's just a filter, blah, 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 the this, that, the other. And they went on down and going down, talking about, oh, I'm like, okay, I can get the filter for maybe the face. But damn it, ain't no filter for not having no teeth in your head. Where you get that filter at? I done been all on Snapchat. I done been all on TikTok and Instagram. And I would like for somebody to show me the filter that legit makes your ass toothless, where you can actually put real dentures in your mouth and they work. No, man. So yeah, I get the filter maybe for the face, but for the teeth, come on, man. And so now when she goes out, because that's what I think that was what the caption said, getting ready for my night out or whatever. So now when she goes out and she's all dialed up, as they say, and she's doing her thing, she hanging out and she partying, and the guys are coming up to her, they are going to be expecting for her to look like the person that they met at the club. They are not going to be expecting her to have bad skin. they're not going to be expecting her to be toothless. They're going to be expecting her to look like the person that they just met. Maybe not in all of her made up splendor, but for the most part, they are expecting her to look like the person that they met. And that person is, and maybe I'm wrong for saying this, but that person is kind of a fraud. That's kind of fraudulent, if you ask me. That's like the dudes now that get that shake on hair. Bro, if you bald headed, listen, man, I cut my locks because they had gotten to the point where they were so thin. I was not going to, I'm married. And even if I wasn't married, I was not going to mislead a woman and make her think that I got hair on my head when I do not. That's like the dudes that you've seen. I know you've seen the clips where the guys have the barbers will like outline their hair, and then they'll go and get like some hair, and then they'll cut it and basically glue it to their scalp, cut it down and line it up. Man, that's misleading. This ain't just one. This don't just go one direction, y'all. I'm not gonna sit up here and just be like, oh, it's just the. No, man. Dudes be kind of on some ill type stuff too when it comes to their appearance. Listen, man. If God made your hair fall out, then yeah, it is witchcraft, man. If God made your hair fall out, then your hair just done fell out, man. It's okay. It's okay. I'm okay with it. I did not want to cut my locks off. I had locks for almost 25 years. It would have been 25 years this December. I had locks. I didn't want to cut my hair. But there was nothing in me that was going to make me try to staple some fake locks to my scalp. I wasn't gluing nothing on it, man. It got thin. I'm 54, almost 55 years old. I had locks for almost half my life. All of my adult life. What else? You know what I mean? I'm not trying to mislead nobody. I'm not trying to trick nobody into believing that, oh, yeah, he's still, oh, Derek hair, his hairline's still strong. No, man, my hairline is gone. It's okay. It's all right. It's all right to love who you are, man. I just saw a picture of Serena Williams. And I don't know if she has or not. I'm not accusing her of this, but it appears to me that the beautiful sister has been bleaching and lightening her skin. Now I'm not saying that she has. I'm just saying what it appears to me, because Serena was a beautiful, just like Venus, was a beautiful chocolate woman. Beautiful brown skin, just that dark, pretty brown skin. But the picture I saw of Serena, I had to look twice because she was almost my complexion. And I'm a lot of things. But chocolate ain't one of them. I am not beautiful brown skinned Derek. I'm light skinned Derek. I've been light skinned Derek all my life, to the point where when I was a baby and my mom brought me home, my cousin, who's about 5 years older than me, asked my mama where she got that white baby from. So this is it. This is what I look. But Serena appears to have lightened her skin. And I know that over the last decade or so, that has become a real thing in Africa, on the continent, and in America, and other countries, where, because we have this standard of beauty that has been so skewed, that we start to really and truly believe that dark skin is not beautiful. When in all actuality, dark skin is probably the most beautiful. What's the reggae artist name? I can see his face. And he bleached his skin. What is his name? Hold on. I know his name, but it's because I'm trying to tell y'all his name, and when I say it, y'all know who I'm talking about. What is his name? Let me see. Hold on, y'all. I'm coming. Come on, man. Man, come on. Hold on, y'all. Vybz Kartel. Couldn't think of that to save my life. Vybz Kartel. Thank you. If I had just waited a minute, Julian, I knew you had the answer to that, man. Vybz Kartel, man. That dude looks absolutely nothing like he did when he first hit the scene, when he was born. Vybz Kartel. Oh, it's heavy in the Caribbean too, man. See? What has happened to us that we have gotten so just overcome with vanity? But you got the BBLs, man. All of this stuff that people keep doing to their bodies. I saw a story. This is about makeup, but this ultimately is about your body image and how people do things to change their body image. I saw a story about a guy, this was years ago, where he was not happy with his height. So you know what he did? The dude found a surgeon, a cosmetic surgeon, I guess that's what it would be, to break his legs. I don't remember if it was during the shin area or in the thigh area, but they broke both his legs and added extenders, basically, to extend his height, to make him go from like maybe 5'9", 5'10" to like maybe 6'1" or something. I'm like, dude, God made you the height that you are supposed to be. But the cosmetics industry, man, the industry of vanity, and it starts early. The cosmetic industry is literally a $40 billion a year industry. And they say by 2032, it will be a $70 billion a year industry. I know when I go to the store with my wife sometimes, she'll go and sometimes she likes to buy like the press-on nails because sometimes they're quick. Sometimes she don't have time to get her nails done. She likes to go and get them painted and stuff like that. But sometimes she'll be in a rush and she knows she doesn't have time to go to the nail shop. So she'll buy like the press-on nails. And while she's doing that, I'll just be standing and just kind of looking at all of the makeup, all of the foundation and the powders and the creams and the lip glosses and the this and the that. And I'm just like, it's overwhelming. Have you ever been in Sephora? Oh my God. Sephora got so much stuff in it. And then it's another one. What's the other name of the other place? Had to go in there last year to get my wife some perfume because they was the only place that actually had the perfume that I was looking for. I can't think of the name of the other. Let me see. What's the name of the other place? There's Sephora, and then there's what is the name of that other? What's the name of that other place? Sephora, Ulta. Ulta is another place. Ulta got so much doggone makeup and stuff in there, man. It is a $1 billion industry. So I understand that for businesses, it is highly lucrative. So they have to find ways to really just kind of sell the whole idea of you could be prettier. Your hair could be longer. Only old people used to wear wigs. My grandmother, when she was alive, wore wigs. But she wore wigs because her hair had naturally started falling out. So we used to go to the wig store. And when you go to the wig store, there would be basically wigs for older women. I get that. I get wigs in the entertainment industry. I get that. But what I don't get is wigs on their way to the laundromat. I don't get eyelashes on, you know what I mean? Them big, they look like big caterpillars, man. I don't get that. I got daughters. I have 2 daughters. And they went through a phase. Lord, I'm so glad that they are, for the most part, done with this phase. They went through a phase where it was eyelashes and wigs all over the house. The wig hair. Jesus, Lord have mercy. It'd be wig hair all in the carpet. You open the refrigerator, it's wig hair laying on the refrigerator. Wig hair all clogging up the drain. It just be wig hair everywhere. Then they would wear them eyelashes. I'm like, listen, I don't even know how you could see past them eyelashes. They would literally be like long. And I get, for entertainment purposes, if you really trying to accentuate your look for the camera. But I don't get it just going to Walgreens. I don't get it if you just going to hang out at somebody's house. Why do you need 2-inch long eyelashes? I just think that the standard of beauty has been so just watered down that it makes people, especially nowadays, both men and women, just not appreciate their beauty. I appreciate what I look like. I really do. I'm thankful that God made me look like what I look like. If God had made me look like something different, I'd appreciate that too. But I think so many people have just, especially with the introduction to social media, and everybody is, looks a certain way. Everybody, everybody's got 6 packs, and everybody's a fitness guru, and everybody is, this, that, and the other. And then the same with like the music industry. Back in the day, it didn't matter so much what you look like. It actually mattered that you could sing, or that you could dance, or that you could sing and dance. Now, they just want you to look a certain way. They don't care if you can sing. They don't really care if you can dance. They got computers that can make you sound like heaven. So I know that the standard of beauty has been completely altered by our society. But I'm here to let the ladies know. Ladies, I think you're beautiful just as you are. You want to put some lip gloss on? Hey, do you, baby. You want to tighten up the eyebrows? I get the brow thing, man. Everybody don't always get full brows, so you might have to do a little bit of artwork on your eyebrows, but you don't have to cover up your beauty in order to be beautiful. Because that's what you're doing. God made you, or whoever you trust and believe as the creator of all things, that entity made you to look the way you look for a reason. And there's someone for everyone. I know you done seen them couples where you be like, I don't know how he ended up with her. Or I don't know how she pulled it. You done seen them couples. I know you have. There's somebody out there for everybody. And it ain't always, the relationship ain't always built on material things. People sometimes just legitimately like a person. They love a person. Have you ever been around a person that by society standards might not be what people would think is the most attractive person, but the longer you're around them, the more they become beautiful to you because of who they are and not necessarily what they look like? God know what he's doing. There are people, man, that are they just be average looking. I've dated average looking women that were amazing people. They were just super sweet. And because they were so sweet, they were very attractive to me. There's a lot of that. There's a couple I saw them on social media. If you saw them separately, you would never think that they were a couple. You would never think, because they just don't look like they would match up. But their energy and their chemistry when they are on screen together, it makes you fall in love with them. You see that he a big dude, man, big old burly dude. And she just, a little smart. I wouldn't have put them together. If I was like a matchmaker and I was like, I'm going to put this couple together, I wouldn't have built them. That wouldn't have been my Lego couple. But man, they work. You could look at how she looks at him, and you could look at how he looks at her, and you can see the love in their eyes. There is someone for everyone. And I just think that if people begin to truly love themselves, that they would find more fulfilling romantic relationships. I think people have a hard time in romantic relationships because folks just have a hard time loving themselves and loving their appearance and loving how God made them and loving their quirkiness and loving their little weird personalities, I used to have to tell my youngest daughter all the time. She'd be like, Dad, people, I'm kind of weird. I'm like, listen, find what you're interested in and then find places that do the things or offer the things that you're interested in. When she was in school, I said, join clubs that, that have the things you're into, or start a club. And then you'll be around people that have similar interests. And then once you're around people that have similar interests, you begin to feel more comfortable just being you. What you say, JT? Say, I'm trying to explain to my teenage daughter about the same thing. That's right. That's absolutely right, man. And it will get easier. You just have to stay on top of her, man. You just got to stay on top of her, man. Keep encouraging her. Keep. And I know you well enough to know that you're already doing this stuff. But just keep enforcing to her the fact that she is beautiful. And God does not make mistakes. And it doesn't matter what they're talking about on social media. It doesn't matter what this group of people or what this organization says is beautiful. I know your daughter. Your daughter is very beautiful. And so we as parents have to be that megaphone in their ear saying, hey, stop falling into this trap. Don't let society make you think that you're not beautiful because you don't look like this. There used to be a time when the models, you remember back in the day, I know y'all remember this, man, where models used to be rail thin. They were like toothpicks, man. Because that's what they set as a standard of beauty. And you know who they is, the white folks. They set the standard of beauty as being almost anorexic. And in some cases, the models were anorexic. But that was what the beauty standard was set as. But now look around, man. You start looking at TV commercials. You start looking on some of these runways. They got real people modeling and in these commercials. Everybody can't look like no damn Ken and Barbie doll, man. Some folks look like Raggedy Ann. You know, Raggedy Andy. Every person has a beauty about themselves. Sometimes you just need to recognize that beauty and you need to do what you can to embrace it. You really do. You cannot let outsiders determine what you should look like or what you should be ashamed of your skin. Some people just have acne. Some people have freckles. They don't like their freckles. Some people gonna have crooked teeth. Some people gonna have a cock eye. Rosario Dawson, beautiful. But did you ever notice that Rosario Dawson got one nostril that's bigger than the other one? She's still fine. Joy Ann Reid, the newscaster, she got one eye that's slightly different. She's still beautiful. God don't make no mistakes, man. God don't make no mistakes. And as parents, we have to make sure that we instill those values of into our children, that you are beautiful. To the sons, hey, man, you handsome. Pull your pants up, man. Pull your pants up. When I had locks, I used to be, before I let my hair lock back in the early 2000s, late 90s, early 2000s, 1999 in December. I used to be what they would consider a pretty boy. I would always have the nice little taper, man. You know, I had the waves and all of that kind of stuff, man. I was wholeheartedly conforming to what society said was attractive. But then I decided I was tired of looking like everyone else. Because that's the thing, man. Everybody is looks like everybody else. And I was tired of looking like everybody else. So I decided to let my hair lock. And the ridicule that I received from people when I was allowing my hair to lock was unmatched. Because they were not accustomed to me not being clean shaven and not and my hair not being cut. But I needed to do that in order to understand that I'm a good-looking, good person, regardless of what condition my hair might be in. And it was interesting because once my hair actually did lock and it began to get long and it began to get, the same people that were once ridiculing me couldn't believe how beautiful my hair had grown. But that's what we have to do. We have to embrace who we are and what we think or what others think. You know, how am I saying that right? We have to embrace who we are, and we also have to understand that what others think don't always matter. You know what I mean? What you think about yourself is what truly matters. And I decided that at that point, I just didn't want to be that same Derek. I had been that Derek for the majority of my life. You know, when I had control over it. All my pictures, you go back and look at all my pictures. I was keeping up with the trends. I was dressing like everybody else. When they had the WAP haircuts and the stack haircuts with the parts, and I was all of that. And I'm not saying that growing locks was something so revolutionary, because it wasn't. And sure, I was a long way from ever being the first person that locked their hair. But it wasn't about the style of hair locking. It was about freeing myself of the societal norms and going against the grain and trying to do something different. At that very same time, I began to eat different. I began to get away from red meats and all of that kind of stuff, and I became a vegetarian. I wanted to see what it felt like to go against the grain and just love me for me. And that's exactly what I did. And I did it for decades, and I'm still doing it now. That's what we need to do with our children. We need to express to them that they are beautiful and encourage them to love themselves, and don't cover yourself up. Don't cover yourself up with wigs and makeup and eyelashes. Don't cover yourself up with fake waves for your hair for the fellas, and don't be going out getting bicep implants. Hey, whatever God made your arms look like, that's what God made them look like. Just go to the gym. I know y'all have seen the dudes with the implant pecs and all of that kind of stuff, man. It just doesn't look natural, and it does not. I mean, don't get me wrong. It takes a degree of confidence to walk around knowing that this ain't naturally you. Like the women with these BBLs. I mean, you can't have and not you gotta have a degree of confidence. I don't even know how to word it. You gotta have a degree of confidence to walk around with a BBL. Same way with the dudes with the biceps and all that. You gotta have a degree of confidence to go get these implants done. But it's not the confidence that you need to have to just embrace who you are. I think there's, as I get older, I do believe that there are varying degrees of confidence. And I just think that if you had that same confidence about your unaltered appearance surgically, makeup you can take off. Makeup, at the end of the day, makeup, you can wash that stuff off. Although there are tattoo artists that do tattoo makeup. I learned about that years ago. I thought it was a joke. This was in the newspaper. This is how long ago it was. It was in the newspaper. It was an ad in the newspaper, and it had a lady on there, a little white lady, and it said, I forgot how they worded it, but basically what it boiled down to was it was tattoo makeup. She had tattoo lipstick. She had like tattoo blush. Like she was like, so that she would always look the same. And they still do it today. So let me know in the comments, y'all. Let me know in the comments. I appreciate my man Julian stopping in. Let me know in the comments how you feel about not just makeup, but just body altering as a whole. Not just the makeup, but how do you feel about lashes? How do you feel about the wig takeover? Everybody, everywhere I go, man, when I go places, man, everybody looks the same, man. Everybody got the same kind of wigs. Everybody got on the same lashes. Everybody got on the nails are super long with the little trinkets and stuff on them. Everybody looks the same, man. So what do y'all think, man? Let me know in the comments, what do you think about people who just seem to have a hard time loving themselves? If you're one of those people and you've overcome that, let me know in the comments how you were able to overcome having self-doubt about your appearance. You know, feeling some kind of way about your hair or your skin. Just tell me how. There's another lady, and you've probably seen her. I saw her on Instagram. I saw a post about her, and it basically said people were lighting this lady up in the comments, basically calling her ugly or unattractive. That's basically what the post was saying. And it's a black lady. She has a really broad nose and she's brown skinned. But that lady is like, so? She has embraced her beauty. And there's nothing wrong with her. I think of all the time. I saw a post not too long ago about how we was taught that Whoopi Goldberg wasn't fine. You go back and look at them old pictures of Whoopi Goldberg. Shit, Whoopi Goldberg was the truth, man. Them locks was popping. That skin was pretty. The same thing they did with Tracy Chapman. It's a lot of people that we have been taught to think that they're unattractive. Leslie Jones. They be coming for these sisters and stuff, man, and make... No, man. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. And if you carry yourself in the right way, look at Biggie. Biggie told you that he was black and ugly as ever. However, when you carry yourself with the confidence that truly does live inside you, when you carry yourself with that confidence, people will take notice. I'm going to be truthful with you. There's some people out here who think they're attractive, and they're the most unattractive people because of their personality and their attitudes. I talked about this just a little bit ago. Just like there's some people out here that are physically what some folks would not... But because their attitude is fire, they look good. There are people out there who have terrible attitudes. And as a result, their terrible attitudes make them some of the most unattractive people around. Love yourself, man. Don't be afraid to love yourself. Makeup or no makeup, man. I prefer no makeup. I prefer you to just love yourself. I want to love your imperfections. My wife has struggled with adult acne for all her life, and I love every blemish. I will never ever make her feel uncomfortable about it. I love every single blemish on my wife's face. Sometimes when we go places, she'll want to put on a little bit because we might take pictures, and so okay. I'm not going to make her feel one way or the other about wearing makeup. But I let her know that I love her just as she is. And fellas, if you have women in your life, daughters, girlfriends, wives, make sure that you reinforce that love for them, man. Make sure that you let them know that you love them regardless. And you'll be surprised, ladies. You'll be surprised just how many men don't give a damn about makeup. They don't give a damn about no wigs. They don't give a damn about no BBLs. They don't give a damn about no breast implants. They don't give a damn about no collagen. They don't give a damn about none of that stuff, man. You would be surprised just how many men just really love you for you. That stuff a lot of times just be for y'all. Y'all be battling with each other. Same with the dudes, man. Fellas, there's women out there that don't care nothing about your hair falling out. They don't care nothing about that, man. Nas had crooked teeth for years. Too Short, crooked teeth for years, man. He finally got them fixed. But it ain't slow him down. He was still a pimp. Not Nas, but Too Short. Listen, man, love yourself. Love those around you. Encourage the people in your life to continue to embrace who they are. Encourage them to embrace their appearance. Encourage them to embrace themselves. Love themselves. Once you learn how to love yourself, once you learn how to show yourself that you are amazing and show others that you are amazing, they have no choice but to fall in line and love you too. All right? All right. So that's my show for today, y'all. Thanks for tuning in. If this is your first time checking out the show, I appreciate you stopping by. If you have not done so, please subscribe. I have a 55-year-old birthday wish. I'm going to be 55 next month, actually a month from tomorrow. I am trying to reach 100,000 subscribers. I don't know if it's possible or not. I believe that I can, but I'm going to need y'all help to do it. But I would like to have a plaque behind me that says that I have 100,000 subscribers. Even if I don't ever hit 1 million, if I can get 100,000, you know, I would truly appreciate that. I got a lot of great content on my channel. A lot of it is older, but it's only old to me. If you ain't never seen it, it's brand new. So I have a lot of wonderful content on my channel, and I hope that you would be willing to kind of spread the word and help let people know that my channel exists. It's an older channel, and so I didn't promote it as much as I probably should have early on. And so YouTube has a way of punishing you for not promoting and uploading content to your channel on a regular basis. And so I don't always get recommended, on the homepage for most people. But if you're watching this video and you like my content, I'm asking you to go ahead and leave a comment, share the video, and if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Also, if you are a returning viewer, thank you very much. I always appreciate you guys as well, because those of you that are returning, you have gotten me to 22,000 subscribers, and I truly appreciate that as well. So, that's it, y'all. That's all I got for the day. Like I said, check out my website, DerekAndre.com, if you haven't already done so. I have lots of products for sale. I have books and t-shirts and all of that amazing stuff. And where is it at? Oh, there it is. Let me pull it up. And if you haven't been there, man, check me out. You know, I have all sorts of stuff. Everything is listed. I got a merch page where everything is. If you just want to go to anything individual, I got books, I got clothing. You know, I got all sorts of stuff, man. So stop by, check out DerekAndre.com, make a purchase. I am having a fundraiser because I need to buy a car. So if you want to make a purchase, it will most definitely help me get that much closer to purchasing a vehicle, which is something that I need. And so, but yeah, that's all I got, guys. Thank you very much. I appreciate you all. Be peace, be love, be one. I will see you in the next video. You guys take care. Peace. Thanks for tuning in to Totally Disgusted. Make sure to like, comment, and tell a friend.